Google Gemini new free updates are insane. You're spending hours on tasks that could be automated. Google just dropped massive updates, and most people don't even know they exist. While you're doing things manually, others are using these tools to work faster and smarter. I'm going to show you what's actually new and what you can use right now. Let's start with Project Genie. This is Google's world building model. You give it a text prompt or image. It generates interactive environments, not static images, actual explorable worlds. You can move through these environments, navigate them, they generate in real time as you explore. The model is called Genie 3. It creates paths ahead as you move. Now, here's what you need to know. Project Genie rolled out on January 29th, 2026. It's available to Google AI Ultra subscribers in the US. That's a paid plan. It's not free for everyone. If you have Ultra access, you can create worlds from text descriptions or images, define your character, choose how you explore, walking, riding, flying, control the perspective, first person or third person. The technology is impressive, but it has limitations. Generated worlds don't always look completely realistic. They might not follow your prompts exactly. Physics isn't perfect. Characters can be less controllable. Generations are limited to 60 seconds right now. For prototyping game environments or interactive experiences, this cuts development time significantly. You can test ideas in hours instead of weeks. Next update, Gemini integrated directly into Chrome. This one is actually rolling out now. Available on Windows, Mac, and Chromebook Plus in the US. You're browsing the web, you highlight text on any web page, right-click, ask Gemini about it, summarize this article, explain this concept, compare these products, no tab switching, no copy-pasting. The AI is right there when you need it. This saves actual time every single day for research, for learning, for comparing information. If you use Chrome, enable this in your settings. It's available now. Third update, Alpha Genome. This is for DNA research. Google released an AI model that analyzes genetic data available via API for non-commercial research use. The model takes DNA sequences up to 1 million base pairs long. It predicts how changes in DNA affect gene expression, where genes start and end, how they get spliced, which DNA bases are accessible. This was published in Nature on January 28th, 2026. Why does this matter if you're not a scientist? Because breakthroughs like this lead to better medical treatments, faster drug development, advances in understanding genetic diseases. It shows where AI is heading. Specialized models for specific fields, tools that used to require massive teams, are now accessible to researchers with the right knowledge. Fourth update, D4RT. This stands for Dynamic 4D Reconstruction and Tracking. Google announced this on January 22nd, 2026. Most AI sees images as flat two-dimensional snapshots. D4RT adds depth and time. It understands how objects move through 3D space over time. The model takes video input. It reconstructs dynamic scenes in 4 dimensions, spatial geometry plus motion across time. It processes a 1-minute video in about 5 seconds on a single TPU chip. Previous methods took up to 10 minutes. That's 18 to 300 times faster. What this enables: better robotics, AI that navigates physical spaces more accurately, self-driving technology that understands not just where things are, but where they're going, augmented reality that feels more natural and responsive. The model maintains coherent representations even when objects move behind each other or leave the frame entirely. It can predict where objects are even when they're not visible. This is significant for anyone working on computer vision, robotics, or spatial computing applications. Fifth update, Agentic Vision. This rolled out on January 27th, 2026 for Gemini 3 Flash. Here's what it actually does. It combines visual reasoning with code execution. When you give Gemini an image, instead of just looking at it once, the model can now zoom in, crop sections, annotate details, run calculations. It uses a think, act, observe loop. The model analyzes your query and the image, formulates a plan, generates and executes Python code to manipulate the image, crops regions, draws bounding boxes, runs pixel calculations, then uses those results to give you a more accurate answer. This delivers a 5 to 10% quality boost across vision benchmarks. It reduces errors when counting objects, reading small text, or analyzing complex details. Example, you upload an image and ask it to count specific items. Instead of guessing, Gemini crops sections of the image, analyzes each section separately, it draws bounding boxes around each item it identifies, then gives you the count with visual proof. Available now through the Gemini API in Google AI Studio and Vertex AI. It's rolling out in the Gemini app, through the thinking model selection. For developers working with document analysis, receipt processing, or any task requiring accurate visual understanding, this makes the model more reliable. Let me be clear about what this doesn't do. It doesn't take a screenshot of an app and write the code to build it. It uses code to better analyze images. That's the actual capability. Sixth update, free access for students and educators. Google offers free access to Gemini for students, but you need to meet eligibility criteria. You must be 18 years or older, actively enrolled at an eligible higher education institution. You verify your status through Sheer ID. The offer gives you 1 year of free access to Google AI Pro. That includes Gemini 3 Pro, Deep Research, Notebook LM Plus, 2 terabytes of storage. Deadlines matter. Some regions have a deadline of January 31st, 2026, others April 30th, 2026. After the free year, the subscription auto renews at $19.99 per month unless you cancel. For educators, Gemini for Education is available at no cost through Google for Education Fundamentals. Teachers can use it for lesson planning, creating quizzes and assignments, generating study materials. Google also announced free S8 practice tests in Gemini, full-length practice exams, content from the Princeton Review. Students can take on demand practice tests directly in Gemini. This makes test prep more accessible without expensive prep courses. So how do you actually start using these tools? For Project Genie, you need a Google AI Ultra subscription. Access it through Google Labs. Create worlds from text or images. Explore and interact with what it generates. For Gemini in Chrome, update to the latest version. Enable Gemini in your settings. Highlight text on any web page. Select Gemini from your right-click menu. For Alpha Genome, if you're a researcher, access it through the API at deepmind.google.com/science/alphagenome. The documentation shows you how to make predictions on DNA sequences. For D4RT, this is primarily for developers working on computer vision or robotics. Google published the research. If you're building applications that need 4D scene understanding, this is the model to study. For agentic vision, access it through the Gemini API in Google AI Studio or Vertex AI. Enable code execution in your tool settings. Then, when you upload images, Gemini can use this capability for more accurate answers. For student access, go to Google One, verify your student status through Sheer ID. Use your personal Gmail account, not your school account. You'll get 1 year of free access. If you're looking to dive deeper into AI tools and actually implement them in your work, I recommend AI Profit Boardroom. Over 2,000 people learning how to use AI effectively. Everyone shares real experiences, what's working, what's not, which tools are worth your time, which ones to skip, no hype, just solid information, and practical guidance from people doing the work. It's helped me stay on top of updates and figure out how to actually apply them. Link in description if you want to check it out. If you want the full process, SOPs, and 100 plus AI use cases like this one, join the AI Success Lab. Links in the comments and description. You'll get all the video notes from there, plus access to our community of 46,000 members who are crushing it with AI. Here's what you need to know about limitations. Project Genie worlds aren't perfect. They have visual inconsistencies. Physics isn't always accurate. Characters can be hard to control. Generations are short. Alpha Genome was trained on human and mouse data. It doesn't work for other species yet. It struggles with variants far from the genes they regulate. D4RT is designed for computer vision tasks. It's not a consumer product. It's research that developers can learn from and build on. Agentic vision improves accuracy, but it's not magic. It makes the model better at visual analysis. It doesn't eliminate all errors. Student access has strict requirements, age limits, enrollment verification, specific deadlines. If you don't meet the criteria, you can't get the free access. Google is moving fast with these developments. More updates are coming. If you're not learning and implementing now, you're falling behind. So pick one tool from what I showed you, one that's relevant to your work. Spend 30 minutes testing it today. See what it can do. Don't try to master everything at once. Focus on one tool, learn it, implement it into your workflow, then move to the next one. These aren't theoretical capabilities, they're real tools you can access right now. Some require paid subscriptions, some have eligibility requirements, but they're available. Use them to improve your work, build better projects, learn more efficiently, save time on repetitive tasks. So stop watching, start doing.